Hey everybody, welcome to another Monster Mondays. This time we've got a new box of SCP cards. This is what I am calling the blue box. It is actually number, let's see here, YCSR201001. I believe it's the next in the series. The previous one was the Plague Doctor. Not sure who the featured monster or SCP of the box is, but I don't know what scanning that QR code is gonna do. Let's dive right into this bad boy. So I'm happy to hear that I'm actually one of the first YouTubers to do these cards, so that's cool. I'm not really the first to do much in my life, but you know what? Always a first time for everything. So hopefully this has a checklist, and looks like it does. So that's this set's checklist. Looks like we've got your standard 4 GRs, your SSRs, your SRs, and your regular R cards. I did get only one GR card out of 2 boxes. So I hope this is, I hope I'm lucky and I get 1 GR card out of this box. So again, I'll be opening up 10 packs per video. The last video I'll probably do 16 because there are 36 packs in these boxes. So let's start out with the first 10. Again, if you're not familiar with my channel, I generally do card openings, other sorts of things, but this is my special Monster Mondays where I open up SCP cards. I will go through each of the new SCPs that I get and do kind of a brief description of each. I won't go too much, and I have links in the comments. I have links below to the websites that I go to. There's a wiki for SCPs. So what we've got here is pack number 1. So in pack number 1, let's see, we got, oh, so they show the GR cards. So these are the GR cards, SCP-1000, 1160, 3844, wow, in the 3000s, and then 1262. So here's the breakdown of the types of cards in the set. So yeah, let's hope that I get a GR card here. All right, first up, what do we got? We've got SCP-273. So it does look like this is the second set because it has a 2 here. This is a crazy forest fireman. All right, let's take a look. Okay, interesting. So this is a middle-aged woman of Indian descent, I guess. DNA samples and medical tests indicate conforms to human normal in all their aspects, despite the subject's abnormalities. Doesn't eat or drink. Willing compliance and cooperation. Suffers from what is described as hunger, which requires regular feeding after 12 hours. Satiates through a form of remote combustion. This produces no visible flames, instead oxidizing the subject from the outside in until reduced to a fine white ash. So it like it burns people alive? That's what it seems like. Oh, weird. Okay. So this has cards from the first set. So that's interesting. You'll find that some of these like Chinese boxes of cards have random smattering of cards from other older boxes, which is kind of cheesy. So moving along, here we've got SCP-3424. So props to you, dude, whoever you are, for this art. Okay. Apparently this is a lemon. Purchased by Angela. She reported to several friends and family members before it was brought to the Foundation as an antidote about her daughter seeing a disappearing man in the fruit bowl. Anomalous properties manifest when a human being viewing this head-on from a meter away without breaking eye contact, snaps their fingers and blinks. This then produces visual hallucination, which is a male Latin American descent in his late teens. What? Basically someone who likes lemons, and maybe this is their boyfriend. Okay. Next up, we've got the SCP-321, which looks like a scary alien lady person with a weird teddy bear. All right, here we go. Human female, born in the 1800s on July 4th. 3 meters tall, weighs 110 kilograms, devoid of melanin, so it's a albino, can't speak. Apparently this was a stillborn child of a researcher and his wife. The researcher took upon himself to use several SCPs, including 590, whichever that one is, in efforts to bring the daughter back to life. It worked, but it became an SCP. It's got recuperative abilities, very low intelligence. So, some sort of like weird baby that was brought back to life. Very strange. And these guys again. And a new one, we've got SCP-752, which looks like some sort of like, either it's a drone or a Blade Runner-esque looking city. All right, well, apparently this is an underground city in the northern unknown mountains with 10,000 people in it. Array of electrical lighting devices powered by a geothermal generator, can create day and night. It's got a shield around it. The inhabitants appear human. However, the social behavior in large groups bear no resemblance to that of humans or any other social mammal. They have technology significantly more advanced than exists outside of this. However, the rate of progress has begun to stagnate. It's kind of like an advanced underground civilization. All right, next up we got pack number 2. Come on, let's get a special card here. Here's the SR card of the pack. It is, see, we're in the 3000s now. SCP-3999. Wow, look at all that craziness. Okay. This one has a lot of text. So, wow. Yeah, this has a ton of text. I'm not gonna be able to read all this. It's just like a lot. It's crazy. Do yourself a favor. Just go ahead and look up SCP-3999 and there's a lot to read, obviously. All right, here we go. We've got SCP-93. Some sort of gaseous being. It looks like kind of like that red disc thing that was like a weird floating half torso. So that's kind of, I think it was 93. Yeah, this is the Red Sea object. So that's interesting. I usually open up packs and I get dupes, but I haven't gotten a dupe but different art for it. So just look up my first, I think it's in the second part 2 of the green box, but this is basically like a red disc. Not sure exactly what I'm not sure exactly what this giant half being has anything to do with it. Let me know in the comments below. Let's see, I got this one before. I believe this was like a time traveling device. See, it's from the first set. And here is SCP-529, some sort of cute cat. And I'm noticing the art style in this set is very, very cartoony. Josie. All right, so this is a small house cat with gray tabby markings. Parts of the animal to the rear of the end of the rib cage appear to be missing. Oh man, it's like a half cat. No health problems, moves about. So it's a half cat, but has no issues. So there we go. Here we got SCP-3903, Fate Morgana. It's cool art. All right, this is a phenomenon capable of affecting an estimated 1 out of every unknown individuals. Let's see. This appears in 2 instances when looking out over an expanse of open ocean during nighttime hours when the moon is visible in the sky. So people that see this report seeing glimmering silver spires on the horizon. If you try to skip a stone towards it, each bounce of the stone will cause a circular disc of silvered glass to expand outward. So you're like skipping stones. You can create a path to here. So current hypothesis is this represents an extra dimensional location which partially manifests in reality under a specific condition. So it's some sort of like mysterious thing on the horizon in water. So it's kind of cool. And the last card is a dupe from the first set. I believe this was like a weird book. So, all right, on to pack 2. All right, here we got SCP-35, which I think is a dupe of a one from set 1, which is a scary, creepy mask. So it's kind of unfortunate that we're already diving, this is set 2, and we're already diving into like new versions of the SCPs already opened. So yeah, I believe, let me just look it up. Yeah, this is basically like a creepy mask that like if you put it on, it starts to like spew this black goop. Ooh, okay. Yeah, like I said, this has some strange cartoony art. This is a scary evil demon chicken. $31.99, so we're in the 3000s in this set, a lot. This is a, it seems to be a chicken. Wait. It's indeterminate origin. There is a presence of a chicken, chimpanzee, stoat, mussel, adder, and human DNA. Typically hairless, stained with a thin layer of an albumin-like excretion, about 3 meters. They're opportunistic hunters, engaging with live subjects within 6 kilometers of the hatchlings. There's big eggs. Produces its eggs to fill unoccupied space. There is no known limit to the number of eggs. So this is some sort of creepy chicken thing that just like lays eggs everywhere. Interesting. So, creepy. All right, next up we've got SCP-743, which looks like a bug chocolate fountain that is apparently safe. Apologies for the mowing. It's my neighbor. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, it is a stainless steel chocolate fountain. On the base is laser etched the logo for Sephra, a company that specializes in producing chocolate fountains. Usually appears in pristine condition, but when assembled, it exhibits different behavior. Resting, there's no activity. Flowing, standard fountain. Subjects who consume significant amounts, though, feeling of warmth and euphoria. It seems like it's dark chocolate. When it's feeding. During regular intervals, when organic material is available nearby, a stream of small brown-like ants start pouring out of it. You can have 1 million of them. They swarm over an animal and cut small pieces in it. This isn't safe. This eats people. And then there's also hunting, which then winged insects will come out of it. And then when it's maintaining, arthropods come out to clean it. So it's like a bug. That's probably what that would be. So it's like a bug chocolate fountain. So weird. And a dupe of this one from the other set, and a dupe from this was a creepy Ronald Reagan tape, and a SCP-2019, which looks like a gelatinous cube-like thing that is in love with their doctor. 2019 was not a good year, folks. I'm just saying because that's what the number is. Yeah, there's a lot of text here. It doesn't really have a description, though. Oh, no, it does. It is a sapient cubical organism composed of a green gelatinous substance held in place by a thick transparent membrane. Highly resistant to damage. Things grow back. There's 37 eyes. You can see in all directions. There's a brain that grows at the rate depends on the available nutrients. Grows one brain every 2 months. Ability to cause physical objects and living beings to manifest. So it can like make things. That's interesting. There's a little bit more with like an interview with it, but I'm not going to read that here. All right, here we go. Pack number 4. Awesome. Here we go. I got an SSR card, which is, this one's in the 4,000s, 4,729. Some sort of like ice angel thing. Again, it's got the awesome foil stamping that my channels come to know and love. All right. It is a 10-winged humanoid, 11.9 meters tall, composed of iron, helium clouds, and dust. Possesses 4 crystalline eyes, 3 are broken. And it wears a breathing mask. All but one of its wings were bent and hung limply. So while alive, it constantly emitted a strong magnetic field, hindering most nearby electronics and formed imaging. It discharged a large amount of plasma from its wings. It was high in Earth's orbit until it was struck by space debris in 1972, and then entered the atmosphere. It's kind of like an Evangelion original angel. So that's really cool. There's a little bit more on there, but that's a really neat one. And then there's this one again. And the one from set 1, which is like a bird colony. And this was a mysterious phone. And this one again, the gelatinous cube. And we've got a new one here finally, a SCP-590. Again, with the sort of cartoony art styles. And it looks like it's like collecting other SCPs, because here's that mask, here's the plague doctor. So is this like a child that collects SCPs? All right, it is a young male, 16 years old. He has apparent longevity, has not aged. Seems like oh, this is that guy that can heal people. I opened up in set 1, there was a similar one, but just with different art. So it's a guy that can heal people. I just don't get why, with so many SCPs out there, maybe not all of them have fan art. That could be. All right, pack number 5. All right, there's this one again, which had a ton of text, and the black phone. This one again. Man, what a set. This one's got 2 different sets in it, but I'm getting a ton of dupes already. Ooh, here we go. This one's creepy. SCP-525. A scary eyeball. Although it's safe. What is this special section here? Interesting. All right. It is multiple disjointed arthropod legs. DNA identification has been inconclusive. Closest match is the brown recluse spider, which are very dangerous because when they bite you, they cause your flesh to die, basically. The base of each leg ends in several minute hooks capable of perforating flesh. It's covered in short, fine hairs and quite brittle. So I'm not sure what this giant eye is all about. Oh, I see. When an animal is found, it'll climb, oh, like the babies will climb in directly into the animal's eye and extracts it. And then eggs will lay, it'll lay eggs in the eye socket. So I think it like takes over eyeballs. I don't know, weird. It's safe though. I don't know about that. And the last card is a dupe. This was, I think it was this like red ball. Go back to my, I'll put a link in the description below, but there was a set 1. I did 3 parts of that. All right, pack number 6. Here's a new one. This is SCP-2406. Looks sort of like a steampunk robot. Yeah, this is a mechanical automaton, 93 meters in height, weighing 210 tons. Not sentient and needs 6 operators to function. It's believed this is piloted via 160 different valves and levers. Limbs were controlled through application of pneumatics, hydraulics, and clockwork, powered by a nuclear reactor. This was discovered in 1985 in the Araklum Desert, which is in the Aral Sea. So it's mostly copper, zinc, some nickel, just some other metals. The right arm has a nozzle. Human remains, 6 in number, have been removed, although their deaths were in 1200 to 1000 BC. There's a lot of information here. So this one's cool. It's like a giant ancient civilization mech. And next up we have this one again. And again, a lot of these phones. Here's a new one. This one is SCP-1982. Happy birthday to me. So this looks like some sort of containment unit. How appropriate is a church in Blairsville, Georgia, covered by a fumigation tent. Building was condemned for 19 years. Previously location of the First Southern Fifth Church of Georgia. The interior's empty. There's 10 rows of pews, a furnace, an altar. No anomalous properties for the majority of the year. Notable effects that most times only present themselves with the appearance of, there's an SCP-1982-1. So I don't know what that is. And it appears on August 23rd. Noise and vocalizations can be heard inside throughout the year. It's muffled. Male voice with a heavy lisp. When a specific humanoid enters on 8/23, an entity identified as Celebration Big Cheese Horus. That's hilarious. Big Cheese will exit and greet the individual and invite them in. I don't know. Seems pretty innocuous. So, weird mystery church. And the gelatinous cube again, and the healer boy. All right, pack number 7. So far, I'm not so sure about this set. There's just a lot of dupe cards, and I've got a lot of cards, a lot of packs to go through. So I'm hoping I get a lot of new SR cards. This is crazy. All right, this is SCP-186, which looks like, okay, some sort of woods that were burned down. This is a site of an unrecorded military engagement occurring from July 24th, 1917 to August 13th, 1917. between the German army and Russian forces as part of World War I. Conflict is known as Battle of Husitin Woods. So it's just some sort of like battle. There's more information here, but I don't know, did this really happen? Was this a real battle? So some SCP commemorating a battle. And we've got another R card. This is SCP-1499, some sort of like alien from beyond tentacles and a spider and a weird zombie looking, I don't know, that's looking alien looking thing. Okay, I was wrong. It is a Soviet GP5 gas mask. So there's an anomalous effect when a human places it on their head. 1 second after it's secured, the subject vanishes from view. They have completely different surroundings that appears barren and inhospitable. Tall black towers filling the area. There's entities, tall nude humanoids with dark skin that have a thick coat of an unknown viscous substance. They have a large amount of eyes and mouths covering their body. And then once you remove the helmet, you're safe. There's a few more other information on here, but yeah, that's creepy. It is a teleportation gas mask. It's a nice one. And there's a dupe from set 1, which is like a space sphere. Dupe from set 1, which is this male. This is a vending machine from set 1, and this from earlier in the video. All right, pack 7. Definitely a weird set. Yeah, even the SR cards are from set 1, so I got this one last time around. Be sure to check that out. This is another dupe and a dupe from this set. Here we go. This is a new one. Kind of looks like the Mars rover. SCP-206. All right, yeah, it is a, yeah, see, Martian exploratory rover. I'm fairly certain I got this SCP in set 1, but a different piece of art. So it is a Mars rover. Be sure to check out my other video to go through that one. And that one again. And that chocolate fountain again. All right, penultimate pack of this volume. Pack number 9. Ooh, okay. I like that one. That is an SSR card of a cool whale. I love, it looks like a sky whale because it's in the sky here. Big fan of whales. 1608. And sure enough, yep, it is a blue whale, which is 50 to 110 meters above the Earth's surface, 154 metric tons, and it's 29 meters. Its flipper, doesn't really see that here, but flipper is imprinted with a stylized image resembling clouds. It's intangible, will spend most of its time drifting through the atmosphere, limited control over its movement, steer itself towards food and objects it believes to be food. It's manifests physically every half hour. Okay, so it's a cool sky whale, kind of like from Link's Awakening. It's cool. I like that one. This phone again, this little boy, that's a teenager. That thing, again, dupes, lots of dupes, wow. Okay. Well, I got a cool SSR card out of that pack. All right, last pack of this part 1. And what do we got? Ooh, we did get a creepy SR card. This is SCP-610. 610. It's like a Mars rover. Yeah, appears to be a contagious skin disease. At first with symptoms including a rash, itching, and increased skin sensitivity. Within 3 hours, the disease will cause blemishes resembling heavy scar tissue, spreading among the body and then consuming the victim within 5 hours. After the completion of the infection, the victim's life function will cease for 3 minutes, which they will restart at 2 to 3 times the activity rate of a normal human. Following this, the scar tissue on the victims will start to move on its own accord and grow at a rapid rate. So it's basically like a skin condition that turns humans, it's like into zombies, but like a weird scar skin zombie. So that's creepy. There's a lot more information online about this, obviously, so that's an interesting one. Here we go. There's another new one. I got an R card. This is I think I've seen this one before. This is a red key. So this is an early one, SCP-005. Apparently it's safe. Yeah. Yep. So, okay. It is an ornate key. Characteristics of a mass-produced key from the 20s, discovered when a civilian used it to infiltrate a high-security facility. Seem to have the unique ability to open up any and all forms of locks, be it mechanical or digital, with relative ease. So it's like a skeleton key for every locks in the world. So that is a great SCP. All right, another dupe of that half cat, a dupe of the bird civilization, and a dupe of the lemon, and a dupe of that black phone from the first set. So there we go. That is part 1 of the, what I'll call the blue box of this new box of SCP cards. Very happy to get the Sky Whale, but I am not sold on this box because it has a lot of dupes and a lot from the first box. So thanks again for watching this. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know which SCP from this box, preferably from part 2 or set 2, that you liked. And please hit that bell to get updates. I will do these every Monday, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks, everybody.